Hi there, Sandra here. Sometimes it can be fun to repurpose something. Now this is a container which I emptied out the other day, and yes, I do use a fair amount of baking powder. I like to bake. I buy it in bulk like this. I had this container quite a while and I refill a little container in the kitchen and keep this one well and truly airtight and dry. But it's all finished now. I've got another one and I'll clean this one out. So I thought, it's a nice solid container. I don't really want to throw this away. So I'm going to repurpose it for my craft room. Now you could repurpose it for all sorts of places, but I don't necessarily want this look in my craft room. Okay. So what I've done is I have taken a tape measure. I measured around here. In this particular case, it's about 32 centimeters by 15.3. I have cut a piece of fairly heavy cardstock to approximately that size. It is, I think, 33 wide rather than 32 because I want a little bit of overlap. And what I'm going to do now is to cover this in some permanent vinyl. So what I'm going to do, put this out of the way for a moment, is to fold back a little bit of the protective backing, but only a little bit. Now, I don't want to actually take this right to the very edge. I want to leave about 1 centimetre clear, because trying to stick something when it has plastic on it in the first place is not that easy. So I figure that if I give it a little bit of a gap, I can still actually stick that when I need to. I will fold this around. I'll take the corners off like this. Go across the corner. Don't know how to do it on that side because I haven't got any. I'm going to actually fold it over to the wrong side. You need to make sure that you stick this side down first that has the plain card there. It's lining up with the base. And this bit I'm not quite so concerned about. And there we go. So the basic tin is now covered. Once you see what I've got here, my plan will become pretty obvious. Now I've got 3 of these sections because I don't happen to have any wider vinyl, or at least not coloured vinyl like this, that is on a roll. I have to use a 12-inch sheet, and I didn't want to go diagonally across in order to get 32 centimetres out of it, so I've done it in sections instead. So I've got 3 of these, and these are going to be applied to the base and to the top. This is just a backing from HTV vinyl that I have kept. And I quite like this because it's stiffer than my usual material for transfer. The other thing that I'm going to do is to attach the handle. So I've got my handle made up and I've put a couple of pieces of black card together, and I've also put some dark silver metallic type vinyl over both sides. You'll notice it is not completely lined up as you might think. Now I would like to be able to tell you that was on purpose. It wasn't. I just didn't do a very good job of lining it up. However, looking at it, I quite like it because it forms kind of like an inbuilt shadow. So I'm not going to do it again. And basically all I need to do is to attach that to my tin can. The other thing that I wanted to do was to put a couple of brads in it. Now you could, if you really wanted to, have joined this to your paper and card beforehand. Now I purposely didn't do that because I didn't want to have the brads open underneath and then create kind of like a bump underneath the card. I just didn't think that would work that well for me, so I didn't do it that way. So I'm just going to open up the brad, and this will simply be decorative purposes only. So there we go, there's my paint can all ready to have brushes or pens or whatever in it. I think it's a bit of fun and I'm really pleased with the way that it turned out. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Take care now.